Silicon Bee Stories, where every wave inspires. Silicon Bee Stories is an inspiring initiative that was created by a group of passionate students and supportive teachers at Alva's Degree College and Alva's Technology Center Foundation. The idea was born with a vision to highlight innovation, entrepreneurship, and creativity among young minds originated from coastal Karnataka region with the guidance from their teachers, students, and transform this idea into a storytelling content, a space where every real-life entrepreneur stories are shared to motivate and educate interested ones. The name Silicon Beach symbolizes a blend of technology, innovation, and coastal Karnataka spirit of creativity. Good morning, everyone. I am Nandana V, to the host of your today's section, and I welcome the most inspiring and motivating two founders. Success always comes with great risk. Today, we are honored to welcome two inspiring entrepreneurs who took high risk of leaving their comfortable careers and turned environmental challenges into business opportunities by establishing Apawani Environmental Solutions Private Limited. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Vishnu Sharma Atude and Mr. Chinmaya Delampadi, founders of Apawani Environmental Solutions Private Limited. Both of them are transferred to startup idea into a steadily growing company serving reputed industries across the country in their 8 years of startup journey from Silicon Beach of India. Their journey from an agricultural background, first generation entrepreneurs to establish an environmental solution company from the coastal beaches is truly inspiring. And before moving forward, let us watch a small video.
Industrial and urban wastewater pollution remains a critical global issue in the present era. The startup from the coastal Karnataka is literally cleaning up the mess of rapid urbanization and industrialization. Founded in late 2018 and based in Mangaluru, Karnataka, the startup isn't just another waste management company, it is a team of environmental forensics experts and engineers dedicated to restoring the purity of our water and soil. This enterprise has technical depth with mission-driven vision, tackling one of humanity's most pressing environmental challenges. The startup is a sustainability-focused engineering company that designs, manufactures, and commissions industrial effluent treatment plants, sewage treatment plants, and other environmental solutions for wastewater and pollution challenges. Its solution blend engineering, innovation, and environmental responsibility, turning a regional company into a multi-state service provider. Of off-the-shelf products, they decided to offer custom design plants. They specialize in membrane bioreactor technology, which allows for a higher degree of water purity in a much smaller footprint. Starting out with a little industrial credibility and no project portfolio, made initially client acquisition though. The first membrane bioreactor sewage treatment project they won was priced too low, forcing the founders to fund parts of it from their own pockets. Despite this, that first installation has continued running successfully, a testament to their technical quality and reliability. The founders and the company have been acknowledged for their green enterprise achievements and commitment to cleaner water and sustainable industry practices. Their work exemplifies how local innovation from coastal Karnataka can meaningfully address global environmental challenges while building a successful business. They endured early setbacks and skepticism but stayed committed to long-term impact. Their focus on quality, client satisfaction, and sustainable engineering helped them build credibility and growth without flashy marketing, and now has a clients such as Bisleri, Bindu, Patanjali, Camco, and many more. From a small office in Manipal in the initial days, has now reached multi-storied owned office in Baikampadi industrial area. What started in 2018 has a team of 2, and now their team is of 30 plus members. and from a nominal turnover of 30 lakhs to over 10 crores now. These two revolutionary founders, along with the team fighting against the water pollution and contamination, are inspiration to young minds. Are you ready to listen their struggles, celebration, hard times, difficulties in acquiring customers, vision for the next 10 years, entire journey of the startup Apawani Environmental Solution Private Limited in the first wave of Silicon Beach stories?
Okay, so start up with, could you share your background, your family, and the birth of Apawani?
Yeah, thank you very much for calling us for this prestigious event. And it would be an honor for both of us to be a part of this. Thank you very much for capturing most of our memories and putting it into a very nice frame. And we are very humbled by this. And coming to my personal life, I'm Vishnu Sharma Atikuke. I born and brought up in Kasaragod village in the Kasaragod.
Kerala.
Yeah, Kerala.
Okay.
So then I went for my engineering in Mysore, SJC Mysore. And then after my engineering in environmental engineering, I moved to Manipal for my masters in environmental engineering. So then I continued my education and I did my PhD in environmental engineering, meanwhile working as an assistant professor in Manipal Institute of Technology in civil engineering department. So then we thought of taking a little off from our day-to-day full-time employment to a startup journey. So this is what my background is. So it's in my
What about you, sir?
Hi, I'm Chinmay Delapadi. So I'm from Dakshina Kannada. I was born in Sulya. It's a small village called Makanja. So I did my schooling in Sulya. When I moved to the college to Mysore, so where I studied environmental engineering along with Vishnu Sharma. So we were classmates together in engineering. So then after engineering, I got into Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers, and I was appointed as manager environment for environment department. I worked in MCF for 8 years. So I looked after all the legal compliance part as well as treatment units. I used to coordinate with the pollution control board and getting environment clearances. So then we were regularly interacting during our of the work hours, and we were discussing about all the challenges faced by entities, clients, or industries. So then the idea of Apawani was born. So we both, even I resigned from MCF and then we started Apawani journey together.
Okay, so from an agricultural family, so how did that idea?
See, what we personally believe, both the founders, we believe that farmers are the most qualified people to enter into any business which involves risk.
Yes.
Because farmers are experiencing a lot of risks which are not predicted.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of variation in terms of season, and there is unpredictability in terms of rainfall and other seasons, and there is a fertility issue with the soil, so we are not able to predict the soil fertility. Then the rate in the market is continuously fluctuating. We don't know when the rate will come for our yield, and we don't know how many manpower we get for pesticide application or not, because there is always a shortage of skilled manpower. And along with that, it is almost every aspect we get fund in an interval, not regularly. So considering all these factors, which are all interdependent and independent, and they create a lot of uncertainty in the agricultural farming. So when a farmer, knowing all these uncertainties, still he chooses to be a farmer. That means he is ready to take that level of risk. So that has instilled us, saying that we are from a background of agriculture farming. We have seen the unpredictability in the farming. That is one thing which motivated me also to take up my research in agricultural soil contamination. And with that motivation, both of us, we thought we have that ability to take the risk. We know how to maneuver over that risk and how to manage that risk. So that is one thing which we strongly believe that as an entrepreneur should always have. So with that, we thought, yeah, this is right platform for us. And since we have seen the risk, we might have not experienced it because all our parents, they farmers basically, they protect their kids by knowing any of these uncertainties. They protect their kids, saying that whatever the situation may be, they don't show it. So with that transformation, we have seen both their struggle, and when we reached to a maturity level, we could be able to correlate how much they would have struggled. So since they have managed all those struggles and they have established themselves as a dignified farmers, then we thought we also have the same caliber to move ahead and start our journey.
Okay.
That's what.
You guys are like really good friends in the college and everything. Two founders. Have you ever imagined that?
Yeah. During our college days, we had a very close group of friends. We are about 6 people. So whenever we are having any discussions or we are having fun, we had that thought, okay, we should start a company together. Maybe it was a casual talk, or maybe we are not matured enough that time. But we had that thought that we should have that we should start our company together. Or something like that. Because whenever there is a company comes to campus or campus placement, so we used to discuss, okay, computer science students have Google, Microsoft as the dream companies. So what does the environmental engineer have as a dream company? We never knew any dream companies for environmental engineer. So we used to say, okay, we should start our company. So that will be a dream company for environmental engineers. So maybe that's for fun or for comedy that time. But later we realized, okay, we have a lot of opportunity in the field, so we can take that risk and jump in. So being very close friends, and even after the college, we were in touch regularly. We used to meet every weekend. We used to travel to many of the industries or many sites where there is a challenge. So we used to discuss regularly. Every weekend we used to discuss some challenges. Okay, there is a well contaminated in a farmer's place. So how do we tackle? So what may be the solution? We used to discuss regularly. Then slowly we again started thinking about starting a company. So this time it is as a real, not just as a non-mature way, but as a mature way.
Okay, so like who first had the idea?
So both of us had the same thought.
Okay.
Because it is not like it is one person's thought is then joined by 2 people and coined it.
Okay.
So both of us were talking because we were 2 from South.
Yeah.
From Dakshina Kannada, myself and Chinmay were there in the class. And one more person, Mr. Dikshit. So he is from Bantwal, but he was not knowing Tulu. Chinmay was knowing a little bit of Tulu. So I had that comfort because we both are from a rural background. I studied my entire till 10th in Kannada medium. So when you go to Mysore, where there is many people from different cultural backgrounds, they come in, they are little, many people were there from rural, but still the class environment was new to us.
Yeah.
We were from a very rural background, going into that little far away from our hometown. That kind of anxiety and hesitation will always be there.
Yeah,
So then I wanted to find somebody who is very similar cultured or similar background. Then I found Chinmay. So he was sitting in the close to the first bench, was sitting in the last bench. So we had that connection always. And I used to call him in Tulu, where he was not knowing much of Tulu back then. So since I was only one, then I forced him to learn, and now he speaks very good Tulu. So then we were discussing all together that we need to start something back then, what Chinmay told. Later when we started our career as full-time professionals, and because I was in Manipal, we get a lot of samples of water and wastewater for testing. So in every sample, something was common, that every water is contaminated, whether you take well water, borewell water or wastewater from a treatment plant. So all were showing some level of contamination, some may be higher, some may be lower. What we thought is, yeah, there is a lot of gap and there is some scope where an environmental engineer has to come in and address it. It's not like anybody else cannot do it, but we have a better opportunity since we have from the same background, that if we try to attempt, so probably that will give us a little more edge and leap to solve the problem. Then Chinmay also was under the same impression that we should formulate a company. Back then only when we formulated, we had a lot of thought process where we have to do a partnership firm or a proprietary firm, or then how we have to go ahead. Back then also, as Chinmay told, we had something in our mind that we have to do something big. We don't know how to do, and we never knew how big we could achieve. But we have had that one thing in mind that we do something which should be very big. So then we thought, let us go with one of our CEO also gave us input that you make a private limited company, which will be easier for all the diligence in the later stages in case if you want to expand. So then we went with the private
Who
limited.
chose that name, Apawani?
Thought of Apawani actually. So we wanted to have something which is different than any green or sustainable or eco. So we wanted to have something
Do you
different
have a
than that.
meaning of Apawani?
Yeah. Then when I was discussing with my brother,
Yeah.
who has a good knowledge in Sanskrit, so he told that I will coin a word. Then he took some time, maybe a week time. Then he gave me a word like you can put Aapaavani. So because we wanted to attempt 4 elements of Panchabhutas. Because Agni being eternally pure and it purifies whatever it comes in contact with, which we need not to touch because it is the purest form. So apart from that, soil, that is Avani, then water, that is Apa, Pavana is air, A is space. Because now we are sending a lot of satellites to the space.
Yeah.
So maybe after a decade or two, there may be a lot of pollution that may happen in space also. So then he said you have to cover this, the entire spectrum of pollution starting from space to soil, so including air and water. Then we thought Apa, Pavana, Avani is Apawani.
So, as friends and as co-founders, like how do you handle your disagreements between you?
We, from last 15, 16 years, we know each other.
Yeah.
So we know our vibes, I can say. Gen Z terms, vibes. So when we quarrel, it's not that we do not quarrel. We regularly disagree, we scold each other, we quarrel private. So when it comes to public, so we know that it is for the betterment of our company or betterment for our career. That we have in common. Because we both have same vision. Our vision is one, because we need to take Apawani to a greater heights. So whatever the disagreement happens in private, so when it comes to the work, we come to a common platform. Okay, we will come to one common agreement. If he takes any decision, I will back him. Okay, if he takes any decision in public, I am gonna back him, whatever it costs. So if I take any decision in public, he will back. So I know for sure, 100% he will back. So we have that connection, so that even wherever we go, if anyone of us take any decision, he will back. So that's where our
Understanding.
is.
Okay. So, in between you guys, who is more practically and visionary?
We generally don't discriminate because both of us are having a common vision.
Okay.
So that means in case if I have some thought, immediately I will call him. It may be 1 o'clock in the midnight because whenever you go to sleep, your mind summarizes the entire day's work.
Yeah.
Then in one point you may get a feeling like this we have to do, so I will call him. So he has a unique way that he keeps his mobile in a ringing mode, which I don't do, but he keeps it because he knows sometimes I may call. So he picks it up, Dadarna. So then I will tell, hey, Chinnu, we have to do this, we have to do this. Then he will tell that, yeah, even I also think the same way. So sometimes he gets some very good idea, which moves me also, because I will be thinking in some direction. Well, we are, basically we have some distinction, some contrast. I always think quite faster and I take quick decisions like this has to happen. But Chinmay always thinks for a long term. He keeps in mind that how we have to plan, because taking a decision is maybe within a minute you can take a decision. But whether you are ready to execute the decision, that is more important. Decision anybody can take. Now I should feel like I have to transform this entire room into some top quality interior work and all those things. Decision I can make, anybody can make. But whether we have the resources to execute that, the decision should be very practical. So sometimes I take some hasty decisions like this I need, that I need, all these things. Then he will calm me down saying that we can do that, but we need some time. We need to plan all these things. So strategically he plans a lot and he thinks very far, where I think for a very short. But both of our vision is almost same. I want to achieve it quickly, but he want to achieve it practically. So that is the distinction both of us have. Yeah, in that sense, both of us are aligned to a same goal. More than that, our employees are also very much aligned towards the goal. It is more than that if Mr. Venu or any other professors think of any of this ideation. But since you all are in the same line of thought, the alignment between all the team members, if they are in the straight line, then you can reach there quickly. If there is a lot of crossroads, then you may reach, but the time will take more. So that is where the team comes into picture.
So coming from agriculture backgrounds, and how do you that influence your interest on environmental engineering?
Like for me, the guiding force is my father. So he always used to tell, I'm not the brightest in the class. So he used to tell, if you are not the brightest one, take the second most suitable course for you. So everyone who is brightest will go to computer science or anything, they will achieve it. So, okay, you probably should go off to something different than what others do. So my father suggested we should go into something related to soil or water.
Mining.
So I thought of getting into mining engineering because it is very unique. Nowhere it is given in any of the engineering colleges, and it has a lot of scope because minerals are already going to reduce. So there is high scope. So then when we visited one of the college which offers mining engineering, it was not only good condition. So it was very old, and practically it was not. As soon as we saw the college, okay, let's not get into this college. So then, okay, what is the next better thing after mining? So then we shortlisted environmental engineering. So it is related to water.
Okay.
So it is also very unique course which is no other college offers.
So you only choose the college and the course, everything.
Then we saw which college offers environmental engineering.
Okay.
There is one college called SJC Mysore. So okay, yes, that's where we'll choose environmental engineering. So that's how I choose. It's not because from the day I born I thought okay, environmental engineering is my goal. No, it's not like that because when we graduated in PUC we were having no vision how our career should be. So when we got into environmental engineering, even during engineering also we never had any vision. Okay, this is I have to be after 5 years. No. After I graduated from engineering, I can say we matured and we understand the things, how the things will be after we graduate. So then, okay, we streamlined my courses, aligned with my engineering. So then, okay, that's one saying. Love,
do what you love or love what you do.
Yeah. And what inspired you to focus especially on wastewater and environmental solutions?
So, see, when I was in Manipal, so I used to take my students to the treatment plants. Many treatment plants, we had a general visit, academic visit. So when we go to any treatment plant, when we went, so we saw the plants were established, they were built nicely, the design was almost very good. So it was capable of handling the load at which it has been designed. But unfortunately, the treated water was looking similar to the raw water. So before treatment, how the wastewater comes, similar to that, the treated water also looked. So that means there is something which is missing. Though the infrastructure is all enough for handling maybe 50,000 liters per day, but the treated water doesn't confirm that the treatment is happening. So then we understood that every plant follows the same pattern. So some were more than the 100% treatment, it was falling maybe 30, 40, 50% of treatment. Then I used to come back and we used to have a discussion. Evening, I used to call Chinmay, saying that we went there, so it was not working properly. So we can do some audit, we can find out what were the design flaws or process optimization failure. Then we identified that design was fine, but operational hurdles were there. So in every plant it was the same case. So that we thought that wastewater we should attack first, because we also have exposure to wastewater engineering. Air pollution, it is almost transboundary. We cannot predict the air where it is today. Maybe tomorrow it may be in Mumbai. So the day after tomorrow it may be in Delhi. So it is all having transboundary. But wastewater, it has some boundary. So we should focus first where we can put a boundary to the system, then work with the system. Once we get a complete hold on that, then we will expand, because environmental engineering is having a very versatile and vast exposure. So that gave us a motivation to start with wastewater first. Yeah.
So throughout your journey, like whatever you guys have expected and whatever you guys have planned, if everything have went through like that, or like if something have went wrong, then how did you guys corrected that?
It's like a trial and error.
Right.
So you never know what is going to happen. If I take any decision today, I'm not sure it is going to work or not. So we have high hopes that it will work. If it doesn't work, then we'll take what is the corrective action. Then we'll try to see what I should do to prevent it in future. So
Have anything got like wrong or something?
Many
Many times.
of the times it is something like treating a patient. So doctor will assess the patient based on his maybe blood report, urine report, and he diagnoses like he may have this problem. So as better exposure or experience the doctor is, a better diagnosis can be predicted. It's not like a young doctor fails in diagnosing. Young doctor also has a good amount of knowledge, but the experience with which the senior doctors see a diagnostic perspective. So likewise, when we started our career, we never had a very big, vast experience of handling big industrial projects. I am from academia, he at least from an industry where he has seen many problems. But when we went to some other industry, it is like patient to patient, the problem will be different. So likewise, industry to industry, effluent behaves altogether different. For example, if a juice making industry of Putturu and juice making industry in Mudabitre, both may be doing a mango juice, but the effluent characteristics may be altogether different, because Putturu, the source of mango may be Alfonso, and here the mango sourcing may be Neelam or something like that.
Taste
So
and quality.
everything differs. So every time when we look into a problem, there is high chance that the probability will always be 0.5. There is high chance that you may succeed, you may fail. But the quality of a consultant should be always such a way, in case if you are going to fail, you should be able to predict it. So most of the times when we work with industry, domestic sewage, there is hardly any chance that you will fail, because it is something like treating a normal viral fever on a clean patient without any BP, without any sugar. So if you give a simple paracetamol, he will be all right. Whereas industrial effluent is something like he may have sugar, he may have BP, he may have some kidney malfunctioning, liver damage, heart, lungs problem. So in case if you attend one problem, if you attack on some problem to solve, there may be another problem which will trigger. So you have to have the quality of your intellect should be such a way, if you treat with this chemical, you should be able to predict what may happen in 2-3 stages after. That is the way that you can try to minimize the collaterals. Whenever you attend an industrial problem, we anticipate this is going to happen. And most of the times that what we predicted of late, maybe in the initial stages of 3-4 years, we might have failed multiple cases. But now we have reached to a stage where we know when we are going to fail. So we try to minimize the effect of that or impact of that on the regular treatment. So that is where Aapaavani has matured. There's something like that, the entire team has matured. Both as a founders, we also have got a lot of maturity in terms of problem solving, in terms of identifying the right problem, identifying the right solution for a problem. Because in environmental engineering, likewise in medicine, you are not selling a solution. It is something like I have a solution, I will sell it to you. You may have a different problem. So for that problem, this solution would not be suitable. So if I go with one technology saying that I am selling this technology, that may fail in their application. It doesn't mean that the technology fails. Technology always wins when it is applied in a right way. So at Apawani, what we believe is that we first identify the problem, we understand the problem, then we curate the solution. And during the process of developing a solution, we encounter a lot of failures, a lot of setbacks. I don't call it as a failure, it means setbacks. And it is not even a struggle, it is a challenge. Struggling is like with a lot of pressure you are doing.
Yeah.
We are not putting a lot of pressure, but we understand that the struggle, we convert it into a challenge. And we pass the same information with the client also, saying that they will also be aware of that, because we are working together to solve a problem. There is no standalone problem for industrial wastewater. For domestic, of course it is there, but industrial problems are quite challenging. So there are a lot of setbacks that we have experienced, and the solutions are not like universal. At that point of time, what solution is required to immediately countermeasure the problem, we immediately implement it. Yeah.
So leaving such a stable and comfortable career and all, and you are taking a highly risk by coming with this idea. Were you scared, and what inspired you and motivated you for this?